do the prayer? Charlie, would you do the prayer?
Sure.
You ready, Chris?
Ready?
Father, we thank you for another day in our lives, another day that we can come, make decisions to serve the people. We need your wisdom to be able to do that. So I just pray that you would grant that unto us today. And I pray that, God, we would make those kind of decisions that would really benefit the people of this county. We ask your blessings on this meeting in Jesus' name. Amen. Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4, any citizen desiring to be heard?
None.
Item 5, consideration possible action on the minutes of January 2nd, 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6, consideration possible action on final plat of Avington Farms. And it's tabled from December 29th.
How are you today, sir?
Doing good.
Okay, we always look for the language about the roads. Troy, you done.
The office is double checked that, yes.
That's actually the law that we're supposed to look for that.
You see that up there, Charlie?
Yep.
He wants to
I'm going to have to look at it because you don't have your glasses on.
I
And
told my wife, I forgot to have that. It's all blurred together.
I'm good with that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
You guys got your Senator Bice's people.
Oh, I need to talk to you about that.
That's what that is. I just put it in front of your spot.
Okay.
There you go, Charlie Turner.
Just two?
Yeah.
Two places?
How many lights you got?
I can't remember.
You got
It's
them all
like
sold?
22.
22.
Where
It's
they
phase
going?
one, so
Where they going? I didn't know. I
it's
seen
like
these.
West Forest Hills and
I'm in May
May
Avenue
Avenue.
on the southwest corner.
Yep.
Hey, you love them roads.
Yeah, our client, his son's moving in there first, so he'll be the first president.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Me too. Very thinking about
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be back
getting that paid.
here soon.
All right, well, it passed.
Appreciate it, gentlemen.
$1 million home?
What size are they?
I'm not sure. The lots are 1 to 2 acres, so, you know, they didn't really set a lot for a house
Yeah.
size minimum or
Yeah.
maximum.
Oh, that area is blowing up.
Probably the 2,000 to 3,000 square foot would be like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that area is going up. There's a lot of stuff going after this.
Do you have a card or a company?
No,
I think I had a plan.
So now, back to clerk's office to get it recorded.
okay.
Then you'll take one of the recorded copies, take it out, get the small one made, and then run both of those back.
Okay. Will do. office? Did you-
At the courthouse across the
Okay,
street.
thank you. Y'all have a
Good
one.
luck.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Item 7, consideration of possible action to accept the annual report of the day.
Hot off the press from the sheriff.
3 copies. Do you need 3 of them signed?
Not get any of them signed. Oh, he did set it up to sign.
Yeah, this is a part of the state auditor's office that we do this first month of every year. Last year was the first time to do it. We figured out how to do it, and so we're trying to make compliance with the state auditor's office. The less thing that they can get onto us about. It's essentially the revenues and account balances of our commissary inmate trust accounts as well as our commissary fund. I'm sure prepares this. He's unavailable. I'll be happy to try to answer any questions that are
Well, we just inspected it, and you just went to do a surprise health inspection with no demerit.
We're ready for the audit.
I'll make a motion that we accept the annual report.
When that one copy gets down on Monty's in with Penny's signature.
Okay. Yeah, and that's something.
I'll second Mark's motion.
All in favor?
Chairman back then, right? That happened, reason for that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Permission, yeah.
Yeah, you can first.
Monty, are you for this or against?
Yeah, I voted aye.
Oh, did you?
Turn the hearing aid, that's fair.
I need one, bro. Item 8.
Got mine on today.
Consideration possible action on acknowledging receipt of 2023 administration and registration report from the election board.
So we get an annual report that we just acknowledge they did file with us, require a signature. Just to hit the highlights that for the end of calendar year 23, it shows the total active voter registrations of 27,379. Inactives 4,702, so a total of 32,081 registered voters in Logan County, and that's amongst the 4 Libertarian, Republican, Democrat, and Independent registrations.
And population is about, what, 52,000?
The last census has us at just over 49,000.
And it's grown since then.
Yes,
for
so
sure,
we're 50. It's easy
Yeah,
to say 50.
early 50s, yeah, so.
Yeah.
um,
So
So.
I can pass that
if
through
you-
if y'all want to look at it.
If you consider the inactive, then that's a little over 30,000 out of 50, and of course, a lot of those 50 are children and things like that that aren't old enough to vote. So that's not a bad amount of registration. Now, the turnout's a little different deal.
There you go.
Heavily.
I'll move, did you already make a motion on this?
Anybody want to look at it? Nothing signed. Heavily referred. I'll second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You need that back, Troy?
Well, yeah, I mean, it'll come back to me, but it goes in the pile, I'll pick it up. Charlie, if you want a copy, I can get you a copy.
All right, sorry. I got more to look at and I got time.
Item 9, consideration of possible action and engage a real estate appraiser for purpose of sale of county-owned property at Meridian.
So what is the process for this?
The law requires that we have an appraisal by a certified appraiser.
Okay.
To sell the property, we cannot arm's length transaction a sale. We
Yeah.
can't put an ad in the paper. We can sell it through a sealed bid process. We can sell it through a public auction process. But before we can do that, we have to have an appraisal done by a certified appraiser because we can't sell it for less than 80% of the appraised value.
Okay.
So there is a process
Sure.
to preparing a piece of property the county owns for sale.
Okay.
That process, regardless of which direction you take for the sale, has to start with the appraisal.
Okay. And that should be a pretty easy appraisal since there's no structure on it, it's just ground,
It's
so,
just wrong.
yeah, so.
How do we choose that appraisal?
I think we could just quote from those eligible here in town. It can't just be a realtor or some friend.
Has to be
They have to be
certified.
certified as an appraiser to produce an appraisal.
What would be wrong with, if we can find 3 of them here in town? Have each of them, give us a price for appraising that?
Mhm.
And that's what I would recommend we do.
Make that into a motion.
Okay.
We've got a list of appraisers we use for shared sales.
Okay, all right. So I move that we get appraisals from 3 certified appraisers here in Guthrie with a requesting the cost for them to appraise this.
Free quotes from.
We're at quote, yeah.
Yes.
The language matters.
3 quotes for fees.
Yes, for fees. Thank you.
I'll second Charlie's motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
It passed. Item,
I have nothing for
item 10, 11,
10 or 11.
item 12. Consideration possible action on road crossing permits which are listed on the agenda. I make a motion we approve the road crossing permit.
Is your district?
I haven't looked at it.
I want to see Davis Road.
This is Davis Road here, and this is College here.
This is Cox is bringing in cable and
Yeah.
telephone.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, it should be city of Guthrie, but you know, everything else is mine, so why not?
The Davis Road is a power box going in the right of way.
I'll second Mark's motion. The yes earlier would be.
Okay, all right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Item 13, consideration of possible action on the consent agenda.
Payroll.
You need me down here, Dave?
Do what?
Oh, well, never mind, I thought those were, I thought that was on there.
Oh.
Let me pull that off.
It doesn't matter.
Got this email yesterday from emergency manager talking about how bad it's gonna be this morning. Stayed up late, woke up early.
I think possible.
Yeah, I saw it where possible.
That's all you got? Because I got a text from the emergency manager that said that he was recommending that we shut down today.
After
After
the
paycheck.
paychecks, yeah.
Mercy manager.
Actually, he wanted paychecks out early yesterday. Like, close today.
Emergency management, say anything about the ice of the snow that came in a couple days ago?
No.
Only after it hit the ground.
Oh. Yeah, over to.
We had our trucks all loaded up with salt and sand, our plows on the front, and ready to go.
I'm gonna put my money on Sunday and Monday probably.
I think Sunday, Monday. And
Yeah.
that actually serves as a reminder,
Bring that there in
commissioners,
the front
to
top.
not forget when you're out
Yeah.
plowing and doing all that the parking lot and the drive areas around the courthouse and the annex
Fortunately,
need done.
You got a tab here, Mom.
Okay.
Well, since that's in the city, you need to call the city to have them do this.
City limits.
That's mine, District 3.
Davis Road, everything else.
You colored in the map. You colored in Guthrie.
If it gets done, I'll be on dirt.
Oh, poor Monty.
well, he's in the Molly Groves today. isn't he?
Man, I get everything.
All stacks up on you down there. Well, Monty, you could have stayed up here and just shoved it down on me.
Shoved it downhill.
Yeah.
Transfer for center fire.
I'm just waiting on Bobby. He's got some good news for us today.
You know that, did you, Bobby?
Not yet, Bobby. Oh, you got brought me.
Blankets.
Must be big news. Pins and donuts.
Well,
It was really big. Cinnamon rolls would have been here.
it was real bad.
Monthly
Must
report.
not be an action item.
Consideration made September.
I guess they kicked me out, Charlie.
No, didn't happen. Okay. I think, Mark, you were supposed to sign that up there. Oh, we'll let Monty sign chairman part, right?
You'd be all right. You'd get 3 signatures on
You back in the seat, man.
there. I can't write that small. Well, just get 2, Bill. That's all it counts. Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved. Well, wait, just 1 second here, to discussion here.
Sure.
Both Monty and I have talked about, some money that's imprisoned in our donation accounts that, we need to try to get it freed out of those donation accounts. So I just want to say, I wish Troy all the wisdom in the world to figure out how to get that done, and, so we can put that to use, serving people in another way.
I think you just have to document it, and there'll probably be a separate agenda item. It won't be-
There'll be separate I mean, it's gonna be a little process.
Yeah. So,
Documenting why.
I just wanted to say that publicly, so.
All right, well, all in favor?
I need a second.
I'll second it.
You made the motion.
I'll second it already, but I'll second again.
I'll vote aye.
We get into
Aye.
this. Aye. We get into this discussion here, and I get lost. Don't take advantage of an old man like me.
I think we got a chance on getting District 2 M&O money here, Monty. Item 14, discussion possible action on approving claims for payment of January 2024.
Is that your initials or is that your signature, Mark?
It's just a scribble.
Okay. Well, this is something we can just initial, right?
No, that needs to be
Oh,
a signature.
okay.
No, you can initial this one.
But I didn't want to take the time, because we're on camera. I don't want to have to stick my tongue out so I can write pretty. You've been to the doctor's office, they sign less than we do. See, you get a big M and you get a big S.
Yeah. Yeah. I think mine's most legible of any of them. Maybe not.
Oh, gosh.
See, like 2 weeks ago.
I'd see it again. And see, I'd have thought it was longer.
Oh, really?
When is that law you're talking
They
about?
walked us from
31st.
So that was January, that was right before lockdown.
He's requesting some information, some of which I need to
I
get
was
more.
forced to go to a concert, but I missed that one.
Yeah,
March 9th.
yeah.
Yeah.
When we get the commission.
Okay. Lee, you talking about?
Yes, sir.
I invited him to tried to invite him to the event where a lady came in, Laura came in from, and never could get him to return a call to me, so.
I'll move we approve the claims.
I'll second. I'll vote aye. How
I'll
y'all
vote aye.
vote?
I will not.
I'm gonna think about it. for a
We
minute.
have none on 15.
Item 16, comments, announcements, questions about the Board of Commissioners or other county officers or department heads. Stephen, you got anything you want to add since you're on camera? And we've got
Stay warm.
we have a blizzard coming on Sunday, and you need to warn the people to go ahead and buy stuff now, stay off the roads, please. Thank you for that input.
And be sure and tell them, get those foam covers to cover their faucets there, you know?
Yeah, if you can find them. If you can.
If you can find them, yeah.
Sheriff,
I don't have anything, I appreciate it.
Mon?
Well, I was gonna ask, Bobby sent me a text message, nobody's changing his mind. I do have a couple of things. Sheriff gave me a report on the courthouse numbers, people go in and out of the doors. I'll share that with y'all, but, I'm sure when we get another courtroom, them numbers will probably come close to doubling. So, anyway, the only thing I got is, I got the contract on the building. And I think they covered about everything. Of course, we'll have to send it to legal, but I'll email Troy a copy and she can send it out to y'all. They would like to close on or before, hang on, I gotta find it, it's in pretty small writing here. February or something, I don't remember the last day, in February. So anyway, that's all I got, but I looked through the contract, of course, I'm not an attorney by all means, but I think they covered everything that we put in the deal. They would like to put their share of the money in escrow to help cover the roof. Instead of just taking it off the purchase price, they'll put it in an escrow account, and when we get the roof done, we'll make payment on the roof, so. Anyway, it looks like to me it'll probably move forward, depending on legal, if you guys are still on board.
I'm still on board.
I am. You want this back, you want this to go through?
It don't matter, I'm gonna email her a copy, so.
I'll email a copy out and send it to Lee.
Okay.
All right.
That's all I got.
Charlie?
So, on the presidential primary election we have coming up soon, and that'll be in March. It's my understanding the fire departments are collecting revenues to put some signs out and things like that to get it passed. And of course, it's not going to be log rolled like it was last time. There'll be a vote for the fire department's part, there'll be a vote for the sheriff's part, and a vote for our part. And very important items here, and I'd like to suggest that we maybe talk with the firemen, unless they already have their signs printed up, that I personally would put some money toward that, of my own personal money, toward that, and see if we could maybe have a sign that would be vote yes, on all three on a sign, and help spread that message out. So that's just a point of discussion. I don't know if the sheriff has anything on that. It's pretty important all three of them pass, in my opinion.
Absolutely it is.
And I certainly don't mind writing a letter to the editor telling about why it's important for all three of them. The one I'm, of course, most concerned about is the sheriff's operational expense of the jail. And a lot of people just have the attitude, well, those are criminals, I don't even want to feed them, And so I'd like to share that story about the county that didn't properly train their employees, and when they had a patient that was sick and complaining, and they laughed it off, and he dies, and they get a civil lawsuit judgment, $33 million, if I remember correctly. And now the citizens of that county will have to have their property taxes increase considerably to pay that $33 million penalty off of. So having a well-trained staff at the jail that doesn't ignore problems is not only valuable for the citizens, but it helps to keep our liability insurance down and things like that. So I don't mind writing a letter to the editor or just an article, however they want to handle it over in the newspaper on that. But I think we ought to put a little bit of effort into making sure these pass. Otherwise, we'll have to do it again 6 months from now.
I just want to point out, on this contract, it's on or before February 29th.
Okay.
We need to move pretty fast.
Yeah, and I want to point out also, disagree with Charlie, it's not a log roll.
Well, yeah.
But I
I was
agree.
just trying to shorten up
Sure.
the conversation.
But I think probably the most important tax that we need to vote on would be for the jail. If general government has to pick up that expense, we'll be bankrupt.
So if I can take a turn, I just want to make sure we understand it's out there in the air, that we're not asking for any increased taxes or any new taxes.
Correct.
This is an existing sales tax that is up for renewal.
Right.
And so we are asking for it to continue for a period of 15 years. It is not an increase or new tax of any form or fashion. Would also put out there that all of us can individually and personally support, help pay for things, but county government cannot expend for this. And any citizens that want to help, I know the firefighters are working on it. I know I was already approached by a local business that wanted to, show some support and help take care of that, so I actually connected the fire president with them, help that, so, just so we make it,
Yeah.
understood that we are not asking for any
Sure.
increases.
Well, my thought was, if we can pool the money, whatever the sheriff might raise, whatever we might raise, and something like vote yes on 3 questions, for fire and protection, criminal protection or whatever, better roads, and something to that nature.
Well, we're not in the shape that we had been in the past. Worst case scenario, and I don't want to be one of those people who are, because we're not at the worst case scenario. But you lose your county jail, you lose your county seat. And then you become, in this case, I think it's Kingfisher County, if I remember right. Now, we're not even close to that.
Yes.
I do think the jail and the roads and the fire, they all need to, if you want those services, they need to pass. Would you like to add anything else?
I have a little point. It's the insurance of a guest, property tax increase, because if you get a lawsuit, there goes your property tax. So it's insurance.
Well, it doesn't guarantee it, Mike.
It doesn't guarantee it.
Even with good training, you could mess up.
Ameliorates it.
Yeah.
It makes it better.
Yeah. So,
All right. Item 17, consideration of possible action on adjournment.
I'll move, we adjourn.
okay.
I'll second.
I'll vote on it.
Charles, just go along with it.
I didn't really want to be.